Hello, this video is dedicated to my 22-year-old fan. And I decided I'll speak about acne and acne scars. So I started getting acne when I was in school, I think 9th standard or 10th standard. And I was this really, I would like to think that I was the it girl in the school, sporty, pretty and confident. And then I started getting acne, and for the longest time I didn't bother about it because my school was more focused on academics. Our culture was very different back in those days, some 20 years ago. Yeah. So then it wasn't until my teachers started telling me that Gauri, you should take care of your skin. Because back home my parents were like, don't worry, sabko hota hai, they will go away, don't worry about it. And I would see ads, I would have Safi, or I would have Neem, or I would have or my dad used to say that why don't you apply Clearasil, it helped me with my acne during his days. So I opted for Ayurveda because my there was a very strong bias against allopathic medicines and their side effects, microbial resistance caused by them, etc., etc. So then I went on to study science pre-medical myself, and I had my own notions about medication and acne and all that. So first of all, I want to tell you here is acne is a disease, and it can have a great bearing on your image, your psychology, so to say. Or it can have an effect on your self-esteem, no matter how confident you are in life. So why I'm doing this video is because I want to tell you that when I was in school, there was not even a single pore on my face that did not have a blackhead or a pimple, and a painful pimple. Like from normal pimples, my disease progressed to cystic, nodular cystic, grade 3, grade 4 acne, and it was only thanks to the doctors I started seeing after college. And during my college years, I still did not I was going to doctors, but I wasn't finding the right mix of the right kind of doctor. So they were putting me on long antibiotics, and I remember I was having the longest antibiotic that I had was doxycycline, and one day I developed herpes, because herpes is a side effect of doxycycline. Then I started consulting different doctors, and finally I found the one doctor who got me out of my acne struggles and issues and everything. So it's also a very you have to understand that it's not just diet, it's not just exercise, it is a genetical problem. So my parents didn't have that kind of struggle with acne, but my aunts and uncles did have acne, which I can tell from their skin. So then also, you know, I think hormonal disorders are also so strongly genetical that it's really hard to fight it. So you do need modern intervention. And my suggestion to all of you who really want to work on your acne and your scars would be to go to a clinical doctor, not a commercial doctor, not a plastic surgeon, or not this, not that. Go to a doctor who not only treats your disease, who also helps you psychologically and helps you understand and brings you out of that. So I remember there have been n number of people, infinite number of people, infinite number of parties that despite how good I looked, or how beautiful I looked, or how smart I looked, or how well dressed I was, some auntie or the other would always point out, oh, why don't you do something about your scars, or why don't you do something about your acne? And they were not my well-wishers, so to speak. So you will meet these kind of people. Don't worry about them, just brush them off, shake it off. And what I want to tell you here is that I had very bad acne scars, very deep scars, and I worked on my skin. I took the medication that my doctor prescribed me. I stuck to one doctor, and I still go to him, and I've been going to him since 2012. No matter who tells you try this doctor, try that doctor, stick to one doctor and let him treat you through. If you think, give him 2 or 3 years. If it doesn't work out for you, ask your doctor that I want to level up, what do you suggest? So in my case, my own doctor suggested that, look, I have done the best I can, maybe you can try this treatment now. But I still didn't leave my doctor, I stuck to him. And that's what I will tell everybody. I have tried derma roller. I have gone through so many cycles of derma roller, and different doctors have a different way of doing it, but ultimately the result is the same. And I have gotten done PRP, that was also good. And there is at least 70% improvement in my pore, in my scars, as you can see. And on different days they look different. Right now they look fine, but it really depends on hydration, on the food that I'm eating, or my mood, or my diet, and how happy I am on the scale of 10, and if I've moisturized my skin. Because in acne, you're not supposed to moisturize your skin. If you don't moisturize it, then you will start getting micro wrinkles. So your doctor will prescribe probably a vitamin C serum for that and all. So my suggestion to you would be to go to a good MBBS MD and a clinical skin doctor with good experience. And in my case, I found relief in a very young doctor who's my age, and I had been going to the most expensive hospitals, most expensive doctors, and I was getting overbilled for simple procedures. But this doctor, he held my hand through my disease and he got me out of it. And now, no matter what people tell me, you know, you do this, you try this, you do that, I want to tell you that maybe it's what your doctor needs to make you understand is that scars may not heal 100%, but they will improve drastically. So I see an improvement of 70%. I have tried MNRF, I have tried fractional, I have tried everything that modern science has. If there is something that I'm missing, you can let me know, I'll try that also. But after a point, you just don't need to, because I have always been so comfortable in my skin that I did not bother. Like, it's people, you know, it's the problem of the person who's standing in front of you, who cannot see you for who you are and can't love you for the person you are inside, and they want a porcelain skin, or they want pretty skin, or whatever. And I remember when my matrimonial ad was supposed to be written, my mom was like, fair, this, that. I was like, no, remove the word fair. Why are you writing slim, fair, this, that? I don't want all these things. I don't want a man to come to me thinking that, okay, tall, fair, this, that. I also want to tell you that there is no man and there is no family in the world that does not talk about my skin, or or my physique, or the way I look, or the way I'm supposed to look. But what really matters is who you are inside and what you bring on the table, and how comfortable you are with your own personality, your own life experience, your own skin. I also want to tell you, see, you can look at my scars closely. So in college they were quite big, and I was okay then also, I'm okay now also. So the only person who is my supporter, biggest supporter, is my college friend, who always used to tell me that continue with whatever you are doing, because it's improving, it's helping you out. And she has been my good moral support, and I am here for all of you, because I know you could be in school, you could be in college, you could be an adult, 40-year-old, 50-year-old. Remember that adult acne can come back anytime. It can come back after pregnancy, it can come back during menopause, and you just have to learn to live with it. Some people have to live with so many other difficult things. What is it? It's just acne. Just deal with it. So I could name a few medicines that really helped me. I think vitamin C, vitamin A, isotroin really helps, but you have to take it under supervision of a doctor because it has very strong side effects. And whatever apprehensions I had about my medication, be it hormonal medication or these isotroin medicines, I discussed them with my doctor, and he got me out of all of this. And I think I'm very lucky to have the best doctor in the world, and he is my number one doctor because he really got me where I am today, and I have been like this for a long time now. And then I may not be doing exactly what he tells me, and then there is a breakout, but whenever I follow his advice, things are under control. And I think being in proper weight and drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, and low carbs, and no sugar, no packaged these things are very basic, and you can do it, and you must work on it. So whatever you feel comfortable with, if you are okay with acne on your face, you don't give a damn, it's fine. But if you do want to treat your acne, you do want to fight it, don't give up, because it is not like a 1 year struggle or a 6 month struggle or a 3 month struggle. It can be a lifelong struggle for a lot of people, and for me it has been a struggle for almost 13 to 15 years now, and I still deal with it, but in my own way. So don't go by the ads that you see, don't Google, don't go here and there. Try everything, derma roller, MNRF, fractional, and PRP. All of these procedures do help, and there is no you should not have hesitancy in treating a problem if you face it, and there is nothing to be ashamed of. Almost every second or third person is going to have this problem in their life. If they don't have it in their teens, they are going to have it in their menopausal age, or they might have it after pregnancy, during pregnancy, before after childbirth. So it really depends. So I wish you all the best, and I wish you a lot of beauty and wellness and fitness. So above all, be yourself, be comfortable. And if someone is making a big deal about your skin or your whatever, just live your life, enjoy it, and don't let people tell you how to care for your skin, because you are the one who's been dealing with it for decades. They don't have an iota of understanding of what you have about your body, your skin. And my advice to you would be to stick to your one doctor whose medicines work for you, and give that doctor time to heal you. And don't fall for fad treatments, don't fall for fad diets. Give your body the time and the healing that it needs, your mind. And remember, acne really gets triggered by stress. It can be stress at school, it can be stress at work, it can be stress at college, or life, or men issues, boyfriend issues, teenage issues, bullying and everything. So I just want you to know that you're beautiful just the way you are, and you should continue to look and feel beautiful, and go out there and be beautiful, be confident. And I think confidence and courage is the most powerful beauty treatment anybody can ever have. All the best, and God bless you.